here with Years and Years, and it's This Day in Disney, May 27th. And to start off, we're going to 1933 with another cartoon produced by Walt Disney, The Three Little Pigs. So this is a very important cartoon in Disney history, and by the end of this, you'll see why. If you haven't watched it already or heard about The Three Little Pigs and its impact, then definitely go check it out. But this was produced by Walt Disney, as I said, and this was a Silly Symphony. It won an Academy Award in 1934 for Best Animated Short, and it totally deserved it. I rewatched it today, and it's just such a great cartoon, especially from the time period, 1933. I love the color, I love the animation, I love the emotion of the Three Little Pigs, how different they are. It's so well done, and of course it's based off of the familiar Three Little Pig story. Of course it has the big bad wolf, and he is a real baddie in this cartoon. So I just love it. I love the colors of the cartoon. I think they're so vibrant, and it just adds to the story also. It's a good piece of art. It actually cost $22,000 to produce it, to make it, but it grossed $250,000. So it did well. Good for the Walt Disney Company for a cartoon. And well, it wasn't the Walt Disney Company. It was actually Walt didn't have his own company at the time, but it definitely was pushing forward everything that Walt Disney was trying to do. It was directed by Bert Gillett and starred Pinto Colvig, Billy Bletcher, Mary Motor, and Dorothy Compton. In 1994, it was voted as number 11 of the 50 greatest cartoons. And then in 2007, it was selected for a preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Pretty cool. So it's deemed as something that needs to be preserved as, you know, something in the Library of Congress as an American, treasure history. As well, it was phenomenally successful. Obviously, it won that Academy Award, and probably the most successful cartoon ever. And it ran months after it was released. Frank Churchill composed the song for it, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, which was actually also a best-selling single. And the song became an anthem of the Great Depression as well. And it also was used in the war effort during World War II. So this cartoon was very successful. It has a lot of history to it, and the song influenced a lot of people. Obviously, it was used in two major, world events, or American events specifically, with the Depression and the World War II effort was, it was used to kind of get the Western world involved in the world effort, or the war effort of World War II. So very interesting. I really enjoyed learning about it, and I enjoyed the cartoon. So please go check it out. If you've never seen it, you have to go watch it today. And then next up on This Day in Disney in obviously May 27th, 2017 was an exciting day because Pandora, the world of Avatar, opened in obviously the Walt Disney World's Animal Kingdom. So this land is set in the generation after the events of the Avatar film by James Cameron. So a whole generation afterwards. And that's so well depicted in the theming. You can see overgrowth and decay, and that a lot of the wildlife and the environment of the moon Pandora is taking back over what has been done. This land set on the exoplanetary moon of Pandora features floating mountains, alien wildlife, and bioluminescent plants. This land includes 2 major attractions, Avatar Flight of Passage and the Navi River Journey. I love Flight of Passage. Our whole family loves Flight of Passage. The first time that we rode it, I just remember the feeling that I'm flying. And I really didn't even understand that it was similar to Soarin'. We were placed perfectly in the center of the ride, and it wasn't until the second time that we rode it that I realized that it was very similar to the way that that Soarin's sort of set up. But I didn't watch any POVs. I just wanted to experience it as it was, and it was a phenomenal experience. I know I cried. All our family had tears in our eyes. It was so amazing. I can't wait to get back and ride it again. And then the Navi River Journey is fully immersive into the world of Avatar, and getting to see the characters and getting to see the wildlife all interactive. It's so calming and beautiful, and I love it. I know it's a dark ride, very similar to other dark rides, slow moving boat ride, but it's beautiful and so well done. Also, cannot wait to get back and ride it again. The wait times for both these rides have stayed long since 2017, so very popular attractions. So and also the land has a quick service dining option, Satui Canteen. We love the food there. It's so good and so fun, and the environment, it just smells good, the food's good, it's awesome. Pangu little refreshment, and there's some treats and stuff you can get there. And the Wind Traders, which of course, when you exit Flight of Passage, you get to go through Wind Traders, and there's lots of cool merchandise you can purchase that is themed with Avatar and the land world of Pandora. So Disney executive Bob Iger and Tom Staggs approached James Cameron about developing the land, and there was a little bit of back and forth. It was actually first, Cameron said he thought it was going to be a ride. It was possibly going to be at Hollywood Studios, but the executives had bigger ideas and bigger dreams, and they came up with a whole land, which is wonderful for all of us. Aren't we glad that they did that? Joe Rohde, who we've talked about before on here, served as the creative director of course, and I think that's a big part of why this land has turned out so well and been so immersive. He is so good at making sure that he covers every element of an area and all the theming, and it's just so accurate, especially on distressing things and making things just look really, real from their environment. So awesome job from Joe Rohde and all the people that he works with, which I'm sure have put it's just as much effort in as he does and everyone does to make Pandora so amazing. The land was constructed over the former Camp Mickey and Minnie, which had originally been earmarked for the Beast Kingdom, for mythical creatures, which is why when you go to Animal Kingdom, on the signage you see a dragon, and then of course in the parking area, the unicorn parking area of the Animal Kingdom parking lot. So there was supposed to be a mythical land with beastly creatures there as part of Animal Kingdom, and instead we got Pandora. I'm a big fan of mythical creatures, and so I'm a little bit sad that land never made its way over to Animal Kingdom. And from the very first time going there and seeing dragons and unicorns, wondering where's that representation. It was kind of sad being a fan of like Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. But I do love Pandora so much and what they've done with it. So I'm satisfied. And like I said before, I can't wait to get back to Animal Kingdom, all the rides, all the attractions, and get back on Flight of Passage again and enjoy flying. That'll be awesome, as I'm sure many of you are feeling the same way. So that's it for this day in Disney, and I hope